And unfortunately, this is true for some of you. Who knows, perhaps in the last few weeks, you were moved in a direction of doing something to make a difference. And all of a sudden, you had opposition. It could be as simple as you decided to come back to church for the first time in a long time. And so on the way there, you got in the worst fight ever and you cussed all the way to go and worship God in the house of God, right? It could be that you're trying to get out of debt and you've said, we are going to pay off these bills. Surprised when you face opposition. Don't ever be surprised when you take a step of faith and you see your enemy push back, because advancement invites opposition. What do we know about our enemy, the devil? He doesn't bother those who are not a threat. If you're walking his way, doing his will, he's going to leave you alone completely. But the moment you step out and try to honor God, flags go up all over hell and demons are released to go and stop you from doing what you know God put in your heart. Expect spiritual opposition when you do the will of God. Satan tries to oppose the work.
In fact, there's probably many seasons in human history where people have had worse circumstances and more challenges than we have today. But we tend to focus on our here and now because we live in time and space, don't we? We get very affected, very controlled by time and space. That's normal, that's the way we are. We become captured in the moment. We become focused on the moment. But God lives outside of time. And when he writes the book of Revelation, he's seeing our world from a spiritual perspective, not a natural perspective. And that God lives in you. If you could listen to him, if you could hear his voice, if you could walk with him, if you could hear him more than the noise of this world, hope will rise in your heart. Strength will rise in your heart. Life will be much better. Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly, except in 2020. That's going to be a lousy year. Is that what he said? Except for when that cancer came against you, except for when that divorce came into your family, except for when that tragedy happened in your life. Is that what the Bible said? No, God lives above time and space, and he saw those problems, he saw those challenges, he saw those negative circumstances, he saw this year that we would face, and he still said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly.
They are. Oh, the enemy doesn't want you to know who you are. Oh, he's just trying to get you to believe that you are the way you feel, that you are the way you've behaved, that you are your past, that you are your circumstances, that you are what other people have called you, or you are what you have even labeled yourself. As long as you won't rise up and be who God has called you to be, you are not a threat to the kingdom of darkness. But once the sons and daughters start stepping into fully that I am who God said I am, I can do what God says I can do, I will behave in alignment with the truth of God, then everything begins to shift and everything begins to change. The enemy is counting on you not getting this message tonight, because he knows if we roll up out of here and do right, our whole family line will be changed in Jesus' name. He knows that not only will our whole family line be changed, but he knows there is an entire nation that will be completely transformed.